Well, hello, it's Miss Gina. And I thought we could read where we left off on 169 Story Treehouse. And we left off, it was by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. It says, this is our treehouse. Come on up. We're on chapter 4, House of Funhouse, Hall of Funhouse Mirrors. Hall of Funhouse Mirrors. My stomach drops as we are whooshed up, up and away. The elevator stops and the doors open. There are mirrors as far as we can see. I didn't know you had a mirror level, says Jill. It's new, I say, and even better, they're funhouse mirrors. It will be the perfect place to hide from Mr. Bunkoff and have fun until the coast is clear. You remember Mr. Bunkoff was trying to make them go to school. I think I missed a page. Here we go. Hey, look at me, says Jill. My legs are really, really short. My neck is extra long. I look like the Incredible Hulk, really big and super strong. Do you like funhouse mirrors? They're neat. Now I'm all in bits and pieces, and I've gone sort of blurry. And I look like a human cat. I'm super soft and furry. Ugh! I'm as thin as a pin. I'm round like a ball. And I'm so teeny tiny, I'm hardly there at all. I can only see my back. I look like a clown. I can't see any difference. My feet are where my head should be. I'm neither up nor down. Tweet! It looks like it's going backwards. He's this way, but it's going that way. He's standing up and his reflection is down. Eek! Why is this one all covered up, says Terry, standing next to a tall mirror that has a big red blanket over it. Do not remove this cover by order of Andy, because it's a doppelganger mirror, I say. I bought it from a traveling mirror salesman who told me it was dangerous and that I should never look into it. Why would you buy a dangerous mirror that you can't look into, says Jill. Because it was a really good deal, I say. Such a good deal, in fact, he paid me to take it. Mirror deals don't get any better than that. What's a doppelganger mirror, says Terry. Beats me, I say. Let's take the blanket off and find out, says Terry. No, don't, I say. What's the matter, he says. Are you scared? No, I say. I just don't think it's a good idea. Doesn't think it's a good idea. Well, I do, says Terry, so I'm taking it off. I wouldn't if I were you, I say. But you're not me, says Terry. I'm me and you're you. He takes hold of the blanket and says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the bravest one of all? Then before I can stop him, he pulls it off with a flourish, covering us all in a cloud of dust. Sputter, cough, achoo. When the dust clears, we find ourselves staring at three weird reflections of ourselves. They're kind of us and not us at the same time. Huh. Excuse me. Pleased to meet you, Terrible T, says Terry. Not pleased to meet you, says Terrible T. That's not very nice, says Terry. Well, we ain't nice, says Terrible T. We're doppelgangers, you're evil twins. Get it? Oh, says Terry, so that's why we shouldn't have pulled the cover off. He gets it, says Junkyard Jay. Finally. Why do they call you Junkyard Jill, says Jill. Because it's my name, says Junkyard Jill, or Junkyard Jay, and run a junkyard. I love junk. I love animals, says Jill. Do you have any pets? Just 2 junkyard dogs, says Junkyard Jay, but wouldn't call them pets. Their names are Bitey 1 and Bitey 2. And if anyone tries to steal my junk, Bitey's 1 and 2 will bite their stealing heads off. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Relax, I say. We don't want to steal your junk. We've got plenty of our own. We've even got our own garbage dump. Yeah, says Terry. And it's got a magic wardrobe on top. You can read about it in our books. We don't read books, says Anti-A. Books are for chumps. You're wrong about that, I say. Books are for everyone. What even is a chump anyway? You, says Andy A., you're a chump. Chump. Definition, a person who is easily tricked, a silly or foolish person. E.g. Andy. Here's a word-o-matic machine. He put it in there so he would know. You're not here to steal our junk. Then why are you here, says Junkyard Jay. We're hiding from the truancy officer, I say. He wants to take us to school, but we don't want to go. School's for fools, says Andy A. Well, at least we can agree on that. I say, maybe I'm not such a chump after all. Yes, you are, says Auntie A. We might agree on schools, but you are still a chump. That doesn't make any sense, I say. Exactly what I'd expect a chump like you to say, he says. Stop calling me a chump, I say. Why don't you come into the mirror and make me, says Auntie A. Don't do it, Andy, says Jill. It might be a trick. What's the matter, says Junkyard Jay. Scared of a little rumble, are ya? Not at all, says Jill. I'm pretty much the bravest person I know. Oh, yeah, says Junkyard Jay. Even braver than me? Yeah, says Jill. Why don't you come into the mirror and prove it then, says Junkyard Jay. Don't do it, says Terry, stepping in front of Jill. It might be a trick. Stay out of it, says Terrible T. Actually, on second thoughts, why don't you come into the mirror too? The more the merrier. Into the mirror too. The more the merrier. Did you catch the pun? So what are you waiting for? Come on in. All right then, I will, says Terry, stepping into the mirror. Wait, Terry, I say, grabbing his arm to try to stop him. Oh no. I don't think it's a good idea. But the mirror gang have hold of Terry's other arm and are pulling him their way. Jill grabs Terry's arm and helps me pull him our way. It's a tug-of-war and Terry's the rope. Arr, shouts Terry. You're tearing me apart. Sorry, says Jill, but it's for your own good. Pull harder, Andy. We're losing him. And the next chapter will be, I don't know yet, but pull harder. And harder. And harder. And just when we think we can't possibly pull any harder, Terry comes flying back out of the mirror with Auntie A, Terrible T, and Junkyard J as well. So chapter 5 will be all tied up. So they pulled their doppelgangers out of the mirror. So we'll see what happens next time. So remember to read more in 2024 and grow your brain. And remember, keep up that summer reading. And tune in tomorrow to see what happens in chapter 5 when they're all tied up. I bet their doppelgangers are all tied up. Or maybe they get tied up. I don't know. Tune in tomorrow and we'll find out. So I'll see you next time. This is Miss Gina, and you've been at Miss Gina's Planet, and I'm so glad you were here. Bye-bye.